Hello, and welcome to the Christianity Chronicle channel. In this episode, I have 20 hard Bible questions for you. Let's not make you wait and start with the first question. Enjoy and good luck. Question 1. The book of Acts describes Paul's missionary journeys. In which city does he encounter a group of devout women who are greatly impacted by his teachings? A. Philippi. B. Thessalonica. C. Corinth. D. Ephesus. Answer is A. In Acts 16:13-15, Paul encounters a group of devout women by a riverside in Philippi, including Lydia, who becomes a prominent convert. Question 2. The Gospel of John describes Jesus washing the feet of his disciples. What significant statement does Jesus make after this act, emphasizing the importance of humility and service? A. Love one another as I have loved you. B. Whoever wants to be first must become last. C. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. D. Greater love has no one than this, that he lay down his life for his friends. Answer is B. This statement emphasizing humility and service is made by Jesus in John 13:1-17, following the washing of the disciples' feet. Question 3. In the book of Acts, Paul and Barnabas encounter opposition from a Jewish magician named Elymas during their missionary journey. What was Elymas's other name, as mentioned in the text? A. Bar-Jesus. B. Simon. C. Tertullus. D. Felix. Answer is A. Elymas, the Jewish magician who opposes Paul and Barnabas, is also known as Bar-Jesus, as stated in Acts 13:6-12. Question 4. The book of Revelation describes various symbolic creatures. What specific creature with 7 heads and 10 horns, representing evil, is mentioned in the book? A. Dragon. B. Beast. C. Behemoth. D. Leviathan. Answer is B. The creature with 7 heads and 10 horns representing evil is described as a beast in Revelation 13:1-18. Question 5. The book of Daniel tells the story of a young man who interprets dreams for Babylonian kings. What was Daniel's Hebrew name before he was given a Babylonian name? A. Joseph. B. David. C. Elijah. D. Hananiah. Answer is D. Before being given the Babylonian name Belteshazzar, Daniel's Hebrew name was Hananiah, as mentioned in Daniel 1:6-7. Question 6. The Gospel of Luke mentions a specific parable where a landowner hires workers at different times of the day, yet pays them all the same amount. What is the name of this parable? A. The parable of the lost sheep. B. The parable of the prodigal son. C. The parable of the sower. D. The parable of the workers in the vineyard. Answer is D. This parable is found in Matthew 21:16. Question 7. Paul, in his letter to the Philippians, speaks about 2 individuals who contended at Philippi. What were the names of these individuals? A. Euodia and Syntyche. B. Priscilla and Aquila. C. Apollos and Cephas. D. Timothy and Titus. Answer is A. Paul mentions these two individuals in Philippians 4:2-3, urging them to resolve their differences. Question 8. In the book of Judges, Deborah, a prophetess, collaborates with a military leader named Barak to defeat an enemy king. What was the name of the defeated king? A. Jabin, B. Sisera, C. Eglon, D. Ammon. Answer is B. Deborah and Barak defeat the Canaanite commander Sisera in Judges 4:1-24. Question 9. Who, according to the Book of Acts, was the first person outside of Judaism to be baptized by the apostles? A. Cornelius, B. Lydia, C. Stephen, D. Aquila. Answer is A. Cornelius, a Roman centurion, is the first Gentile to be baptized by the apostles, as described in Acts 10:1-48. Question 10. The New Testament mentions a group of devout Jewish men known as the sons of Korah. What book within the Old Testament is traditionally attributed to them? A. Psalms, B. Song of Solomon, C. Lamentations, D. Ecclesiastes. Answer is A. The sons of Korah are traditionally associated with the Psalms, many of which are attributed to them. Question 11. In the book of 1 Corinthians, Paul uses the analogy of a race to illustrate a spiritual principle. What object does he mention runners focusing on as they compete? A. The finish line, B. Their opponents, C. Their own pace, D. A prize held by the judges. Answer is D. Paul mentions this analogy in 1 Corinthians 9:24-27, highlighting the focus of runners on winning the prize. Question 12. The book of Esther tells the story of a Jewish woman who risked her life to save her people. What was the name of her husband, the king's advisor? A. Daniel, B. Mordecai, C. Haman, D. Nehemiah. Answer is C. Esther's husband, the king's advisor whose downfall is central to the story, is named Haman, as described in the book of Esther. Question 13. In the book of Numbers, a specific type of ritual cleansing is described using the ashes of a red heifer. What is the name of this complex rite? A. Atonement offering, B. Priestly consecration, C. Purification of the leper, D. Offering for the dead. Answer is C. The complex rite involving the ashes of a red heifer is described in Numbers 19:1-22. Question 14. Aramaic, the common language spoken by Jesus, appears a few times within the Old Testament. In which books can instances of Aramaic be found? A. Genesis and Exodus, B. Jeremiah and Daniel, C. Ezra and Nehemiah, D. Psalms and Proverbs. Answer is B. Instances of Aramaic can be found in parts of these books, particularly in Daniel. Question 15. In the book of Job, what is the name of the fourth friend who speaks only briefly after Job's three main companions offer their speeches? A. Bildad, B. Zophar, C. Elihu, D. Behemoth. Answer is C. Elihu speaks briefly in the book of Job, offering his perspective on Job's situation in Job 32:1-22. Question 16. The book of Revelation describes various angels with specific roles. Who are the 7 angels who are given 7 trumpets, signifying the unleashing of judgments? A. Seraphim, B. Cherubim, C. Archangels, D. Watchers. Answer is C. In Revelation 8:2, the 7 angels who are given 7 trumpets are referred to as angels who stand before God. Question 17. Which New Testament figure's mother was named Eunice and grandmother was named Lois? A. Paul, B. Timothy, C. Barnabas, D. Silas. Answer is B. Timothy's mother was named Eunice, and his grandmother was named Lois, as mentioned in 2 Timothy 1:5. Question 18. Who was the priest that failed to properly restrain his wicked sons, Hophni and Phinehas? A. Abiathar, B. Eli, C. Samuel, D. Zadok. Answer is B. Eli, the high priest, failed to restrain his wicked sons, Hophni and Phinehas, as described in 1 Samuel 2:12-36. Question 19. What was the name of the silversmith who incited a riot against the Apostle Paul in Ephesus? A. Tertius, B. Erastus, C. Trophimus, D. Demetrius. Answer is D. Demetrius the silversmith incited a riot against Paul in Ephesus, as recounted in Acts 19:23-41. Question 20. In the book of Judges, who was killed by having a millstone dropped on their head from a tower? A. Deborah, B. Sisera, C. Abimelech, D. Joab. Answer is C. Abimelech was killed by having a millstone dropped on his head from a tower, as described in Judges 9:50-57. Alright, this is the end of this episode. Don't forget to share your score in the comment section, like the video, and subscribe the channel. Until next time, have a nice day.